back, dear students. Let's continue our chapter Atoms and Molecules. Today's topic is about molecules and about atomic masses. Let's start our discussion. First, about atomic mass. Okay, as the name suggests, what is atomic mass? The mass of an atom. About atom we already studied, isn't it? We told that we cannot find the size of an atom directly. For that we refer to the atomic radii. Okay, now we are going to discuss about the mass of that atom. Okay, atomic mass. We already studied the fourth postulate of Dalton's atomic theory. The theory states that atoms of different elements have different masses and chemical properties. Okay, different elements have different masses and their chemical properties also vary. So, Dalton in his fourth postulate told about atomic mass, the mass of an atom. We already studied the mass or the size of an atom is very small. That is, it cannot be seen by our naked eye. So, it's also difficult relatively to find the mass of an atom directly. So, we refer to the term relative atomic mass. We will refer one atom as a standard and we will compare the mass of the atom that we need to find out. That is relative atomic mass. The first point is the mass of an atom is called atomic mass of that element. Okay, the mass of an atom is atomic mass. The meaning of atomic mass, mass of that atom. For example, mass of hydrogen means what? The mass of an atom of hydrogen. Okay, mass of hydrogen means mass of an atom of hydrogen. Since determining the mass of an individual atom, okay, determining the mass of an individual atom is relatively a difficult task, we usually determine was relative atomic mass is usually determined. It is abbreviated as RAM. Determining mass of an atom of an individual atom is difficult, so we usually determine relative atomic mass. Now let's discuss what is the definition of relative atomic mass. Relative atomic mass of an atom can be defined as the average mass of an atom as compared to the 1/12th mass of one atom of carbon-12 isotope. It is compared to 1/12th mass of one atom of carbon-12 isotope. Once more, the average mass of an atom as compared to 1/12th mass of one atom of carbon-12 isotope is the definition of relative atomic mass, abbreviated as RAM. The mass of an atom how many times heavier than 1/12th mass of carbon atom is another definition. Okay, atomic mass or the relative atomic mass is the mass of an atom how many times heavier than 1/12th mass of carbon-12 atom. Carbon-12 atom. Okay, so the equation is relative atomic mass is equal to mass of the atom divided by 1/12th mass of carbon-12 atom. The mass of the atom that we need to find divided by 1/12th mass of carbon-12 atom will be the relative atomic mass of that atom. Okay, so if the atomic mass of hydrogen is 1 means it is 1/12 times heavier than what? Carbon-12 atom. If the atomic mass of helium is 4 means what? It is 4 times heavier than 1/12th mass of carbon-12 isotope. Understood? We discussed the equation to find the relative atomic mass, isn't it? For that, we compared it to carbon-12 isotope. Okay. To what we are comparing is called as atomic mass unit, abbreviated as AMU, or now it is known as unified mass. represented by U. Okay. The carbon 12 isotope is what? To which we compare the mass of an element. Since finding the exact mass of an atom is very difficult, we measure relative atomic mass. That is the mass of the atom divided by 1 by 12th the mass of carbon 12 atom. That is, we are comparing the mass of an atom to the carbon 12 isotope of the atom. Okay, atomic mass unit abbreviated as AMU was used earlier. This unit was used for comparison earlier, but now according to latest IUPAC, International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry, we studied about this in the last class itself. According to their recommendations, it is now written as what? Unified mass, abbreviation is U. Okay, earlier we used atomic mass unit term represented by AMU. Now, according to the IUPAC recommendation, unified mass abbreviated as U is used. Okay, according to them, carbon 12 isotope. Carbon is an atom having 12 is atomic mass of carbon. Carbon 12 isotope is kept as a standard reference for finding the mass. Okay, earlier you have seen the weighing machine, isn't it? In weighing machine, there are two plates, isn't it? We compare what if we need to buy fruits, etc. We compare the weight of the fruits with that of a kilogram. That is, already we know the mass of that weight, and we compare the mass of the apple or the fruits that we need with the reference weight. Similarly is the case of atomic mass. Since it is difficult to measure the atomic mass of an atom, we compare it to that of another atom, mass of another atom, that is what? Carbon 12. Carbon 12 isotope is taken as the standard reference for finding the atomic mass unit. And now we use the term unified mass for that. Okay, the representation is small letter U. Now let's discuss the mass of some of the atoms. Unified mass of some of the atoms. The first element is hydrogen. Okay, hydrogen. The atomic mass in unified mass is what? 1. Okay, the atomic mass of hydrogen is 1. Next one is carbon. We already studied the mass of carbon. What is that? It is 12. Then nitrogen. Nitrogen, the atomic mass is 14. For oxygen it is 16. Atomic mass or the unified atomic mass of oxygen is 16. And for sodium. For sodium it is 23. Next, magnesium. For magnesium it is 24. And at last, we will discuss about sulfur. The sulfur atomic mass unit is 32. First, hydrogen, the atomic mass is 1. Carbon atomic mass is 12. And that of nitrogen is 14, oxygen is 16, that of sodium is what? 23, that of sulfur is 32, and that of magnesium is 24. These are the examples of unified atomic mass of some of the elements. Just studied the atomic mass. Next topic of discussion is about molecules. You already studied in the last chapter about molecules. What are they? A group of 2 or more atoms that are chemically bonded together by attractive forces. Okay, a group of 2 or more atoms that are chemically bonded together by an attractive force. The attractive forces that holds together the atoms, okay, the attractive forces holding the atoms together is called as a chemical bond. Okay, What attractive force that hold together two atoms or two or more atoms together is termed as a chemical bond. Okay, the bond existing between two atoms. Okay, when oxygen is formed, two oxygen atoms are combined, isn't it? Okay, they are combined by a chemical bond. That force of attraction is called as chemical bond. Atoms of same element or of different elements can combine together to form molecules. Okay, atoms of a same element or a different element can combine together to form a molecule. Means you already know that ozone is O3 or oxygen is what? O2. That is, same atoms are combined to form an oxygen molecule. But consider the case of water, H2O. There, two hydrogen atom and one oxygen atom, both they three combined together form a molecule of water. So atoms of a same element, that means atoms of oxygen can combine to form an oxygen molecule. Also atoms of different elements can combine to form what? A water molecule. Example is H2O, means two hydrogen and one oxygen combined to form a water molecule. Next, in detail about the molecule of an element. Okay, molecule of an element. That means only one type of element that combine to form what? A molecule. Molecule of an element means one, two or more atoms of same element existing as one species in the free state. Already I told you what? Atoms of same element or atoms of different elements can combine to form a molecule. We are now discussing the case of atoms of the same element combining to form a molecule. That is, molecule of an element means one, two or more atoms of the same element existing as one species in the free state. Okay, depending upon whether the molecule contains, whether a molecule contains one atom of the same element or two atoms of the same element, three atoms of the same element, they are classified into different names. The first classification is monoatomic. Okay, if the molecule contains only one atom, then it is a monoatomic. If the same element containing two atoms of the same element forms a molecule, then it is diatomic too. Also classified as triatomic, means three atoms combined to form a molecule. That is triatomic. More than three atoms if combined, atoms of same element. Okay, if more than three atoms of same element combine to form a molecule, then we term it as polyatomic. These are the four classifications as diatomic if two atoms are combined, monoatomic if one atom is combined to form a molecule, only one atom, triatomic means three atoms of the same element, and polyatomic means more than three atoms combined to form a molecule. Now let's discuss some of the example of monoatomic, diatomic, triatomic and polyatomic molecules. Example for monoatomic is argon. Okay, it is argon and also helium. Argon as Ar and helium symbol is what? He. Okay, H and E will be the symbol for helium. Diatomic means two atoms combining, means oxygen. We already studied oxygen is what? O2. Oxygen molecule is O2. Similarly, nitrogen molecule is what? Nitrogen molecule is N2. O2, N2, hydrogen is also diatomic, isn't it? Hydrogen molecule. What is the symbol? H2. That means in O2, two atoms of same elements combine. Similarly, in nitrogen, two nitrogen atoms combine to form N2. Hydrogen, two hydrogen atoms combine to form H2. That is, atoms of same element combine to form a diatomic molecule. Example for triatomic molecule is O3. Okay, O3 is ozone. O3 is ozone. Similarly, for polyatomic we can say as S8. sulfur. 8 atoms of sulfur combine to form a polyatomic sulfur. That example is S8 of that of sulfur. These are the examples of monoatomic, diatomic, triatomic and polyatomic molecules. So dear students, today we studied about mass of an atom or the atomic mass and also about molecules and some of the examples of molecules of an element. Okay, write the notes and come prepared for the live session. Thank you.